Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I know this is a completely different setup. I just hope that because you guys are upside down, I want to flip it so that you guys can actually see like right side up. Me personally, when videos are upside down, it's kind of bothersome, at least to me. So let's get started. I'm a little bit out of breath because I had to go to the store and run some errands prior to this. So, you know, when you have stuff to do, you have stuff to do. And I wanted to come back home, make sure that I had enough time for this. So don't mind these like creases. This is a poured glue canvas from my company, Mystical Diamond Art. So that is from the clear cover. So you don't have anything to worry about. My canvas is not ruined. I don't know where my little dude is with the tongue. So I'm going to use a snow globe to hold that bad boy down on this side. So you guys probably can't see that anyway. Actually, can I bring you guys a little bit closer? No, I can't. You're completely butted up against the thing. I might zoom you guys in a bit because I do want to bring this closer to me. Trying to see how far out, excuse me, I can put you guys. Well, that just might have to be it. So, this video is going to be a little bit different. So to start, this video is another like whip and chat style of video that Mindy and I are doing to showcase the Josephine wall canvases. You guys are probably tired of watching the videos by now, but we're trying to make them super informative to our audience, which is you guys. So these are a great way for you guys to not only get to know us as creators, but I know I myself personally have gotten close to several of you guys here on YouTube because of doing these types of videos, and I'm sure Mindy can say the same thing. So this video we're doing in a little bit of a different style. If I put this here, does that bother you guys? Yeah, it does. So these videos we're going to do in a little bit of a different style in the sense that we're going to be asking questions, but we're going to kind of do it backwards. Not even backwards. We're just going to totally throw a twist in the whole thing. So we are going to be asking would you rather questions. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. Am I missing a question? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm going to have to pause you guys for a second because we should have 12 questions. But we are going to do these a little bit differently. So we're going to do would you rather questions. And instead of me giving you guys my answer on the would you rather part, I am going to ask the question, and then I'm going to tell you guys what I think Mindy's answer is going to be. And she's going to do the same for me. She's going to say the same questions, but she's going to say what she thinks my answer is going to be. And then for next week's video, you guys are going to actually get to hear the answers, and then we're going to tell you guys, you know, whether or not you'll be able to see whether Mindy was right or whether I was right, or if we're both guess each other's answers right. I know for a fact that there's going to be some that I get right and some that I get wrong. At least I feel that that's the case. So I'm just going to double check that I have the right answers. Pause you guys for a second and be right back. Okay, you guys, so I'm not 100% sure what order Mindy is going to go in, but I'm going to go in the order that I sent them to her. If you guys have been paying attention, you know that the first Q&A that we did, Mindy chose the questions. So for this one, I chose the questions. So, excuse me, let's get started. Okay, so Just putting some more wax in my pen. Why am I so out of breath today? It's just been trying to run around and get like so many things done. And I have a test tomorrow. It's one of those, you know. Anyway, okay. So the first question is, would you rather live without the internet or sweets for the rest of your life? And honestly, Mindy and I don't spend a lot of time talking about food. So, but I'm going to go with sweets. I think that Mandy's going to say that she would rather go without sweets. Just because the internet is so much fun and we've learned so many things via the internet. So, you know, the next one is, would you rather be rich yet never find love, or find love and never be rich? So this is an interesting question. So when picking these, I kind of went with ones that I felt like weren't going to quite be so obvious. And then also ones that I think are, that we're going to be able to provide a little bit more context into. So, you know, because there was a bunch of other like really silly ones like Pepsi or Coke and things like that. But so rich yet never find love, and find love and never be rich. I feel like Mindy would say that she would rather find love and never be rich. I just feel like when you're with the right person, none of that matters. I know that, and I'm not saying that like money matters, but I feel like in a lot of instances, if you're with the wrong partner, then things like money are a big deal, you know? I just feel like when you're with the right person, money is something completely different and, you know, doesn't affect your relationship. So, would you rather know the date you will die in the future or the cause of your death? That's a tough one. The date you will die or the cause of your death? I think Mindy would want to know the cause of her death. And I say that just because she's such a sweet person that I don't think she'd want to know when she's going to die. And I think that goes for a lot of people too. Like, I don't think a lot of people would want to know exactly when they're going to die, because then they're going to panic and possibly try to like prevent it, you know? So I just think that she would rather know the cause rather than the the date. So the next one is, would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I don't know. That's kind of a hard one too, because actually, these aren't even the order that I sent them to her in, you guys. So I apologize for that, but they're going to be the same questions anyway. So never get angry or never get jealous. Mindy does not seem like the angry type of person, or at least somebody that harbors those kind of feelings. So, man, I don't know. I'm going to say that I think she's going to say never get angry. That's a tough one. All right. So, would you rather have unlimited respect or unlimited power? This is an interesting one because I feel like both of them are kind of like, you know, like everybody wants respect, but, you know, it's kind of like, what level of respect are you looking for? And then power, like you think of power and you're like, well, you know, I kind of don't want to be in a position of power, you know, like where everybody like bows down to you or something silly like that, like Hitler or whatever. But in this case, I think that Mindy is going to opt for respect. Um, More on the level because she is a teacher, and you know, you have to you can be the nicest teacher in the world, but at the same time, you have to be able to get across to people in a way that they respect you. And it doesn't mean that you're powerful or mean or anything like that. It just means, you know, that you're doing your job. It's kind of like in the job description of a teacher, you know? Does that make sense? I hope it does. And I have no idea if I'm even going to like this angle. I thought I was originally when I put my desk here. If you guys also noticed, I am working with a different desktop because I have a new setup that I will show you guys at some point. It's not going to be a dedicated video or anything like that, at least at this point, but I will be able to, I will be sure, bleh, cannot word today. I will for sure insert the clips that I do have of like the before and after because I'm not quite done yet. Where were we at? Would you rather never open your eyes or never open your mouth? Now, this one sucks because as a YouTube creator, we spend a lot of time talking to you guys. And I feel like without our voices, our channels wouldn't be anywhere near what they are at right now. You know, because we do voiceovers essentially is, I mean, it's not a voiceover, but our content is us talking probably 99% of the time and explaining things, especially when you're doing crafts. However, because this is a hypothetical question and we need to choose an answer, I'm going to go ahead and say that Mindy's going to choose never opening your mouth. Because if we couldn't open our eyes, then we couldn't craft. And at least with our eyes, even if we couldn't open our mouth, we can still learn to do the crafts and do the crafts. So, you know, does that make sense? Okay, so the next one. Would you rather have one wish granted today or 3 wishes in 5 years? I think that, that's a tough one because talking to Mindy, I dropped a drill. I think it fell right there, magically in place. Perhaps. So this is a tough one because I can, Mindy having recently lost her dog, I can see how she would want to have one wish granted today if it pertained to that. But I feel like the obvious choice would be the other one. And that's the one I'm going to say. I'm going to feel like she would say 3 wishes in 5 years. Why are my drills so crooked in this area? All right. Would you rather always be frugal or a shopaholic? I feel like this is an easier one. I had to throw in a couple of fun ones. So for this one, I feel like Mindy would always be frugal. I just feel like that's the obvious choice. Now, if this answer had a little bit more context and was like, you have unlimited money, which would you choose? I feel like everybody would be like, oh yeah, I'd be a shopaholic. But, the reality of it is, even though we all go overboard buying like craft supplies, I feel like, and this might just be me, I don't know, at some point you look around and think, I have all of this stuff, enough is enough. I'm never going to have the time to do all of this stuff. I need to just stop, So there's that. But yeah, I think Mindy would say always be frugal. So the next couple, why is that one on there twice? Okay, hopefully I have all of the questions right. So the next one is, would you rather lose your sight or lose your hearing? Again, this is a really crappy one, but I think that Mindy's going to choose lose her hearing because, especially at this point in time, given that, you know, we're adults and we have spent the majority of our life being able to hear, if I lost my hearing now, it would not be the worst thing in the world because I know how to read now and I can see words and read them and understand what somebody's telling me. So I wouldn't necessarily need to hear what they're saying because I can read what they're saying and still understand it on the same level, and I'd still be able to craft. I honestly don't think that I could survive without my sight. I would be miserable, as I am sure a lot of people who have gone blind found themselves in that situation. And I know they tell you to live for the better and be thankful that you're alive, you know, but yeah, I would be absolutely miserable if I lost my sight. My whole entire life would have lost meaning. You know, I wouldn't be able to see my children, things like that. So it's a horrible thing to discuss. And I am not taking pity, like telling you, like, you know, I'm not saying like bad things about people who are blind or who have gone blind and things like that. But I feel for those people, you know, like it's just a sad situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still missing a question. How is that possible? I think I copied a question twice. So the next one is, would you rather change the future or change the past? And this is kind of a tricky question because I feel like every decision that we make every day essentially changes our future. But if we knew like that our future is going to be a certain way and we had a chance to change it, then that makes more sense. Now, from getting to know Mindy the little bit that I have, she's not the type of person who talks like badly about a lot of things. And also, if anybody knows anything about the past, you guys know that if you change one little bitty thing in your past, that can ultimately change your entire future. Like your kids may not have been born because you didn't go to the store that day. You know, you never know. So I think that Mindy's going to say, change the future because it just makes sense to me. You know? So let's see. One more question. I think I'm going to have to go back and check again because I think I copied a question twice. If not, then it's my mistake. So I'm going to have to check on that. But there's another question that says, would you rather have more time or more money? Now, this question is interesting to me because I feel like there's an obvious choice on here. But then again, you know, everybody thinks differently. So for this one, I'm going to say that Mindy is going to say more time. And I will provide more context on that question later because I don't want to give away my answers to this either. So yeah, that is that. I'm going to double check to make sure that I have the questions right because we were supposed to have 12 and I feel like I copied 11 up because we text and I just emailed myself the text messages between me and her so that I could have the questions. And it looks like I there's one message on there with the same question twice. And so I don't know if that was my mistake texting her or if that was my mistake emailing myself. So I'm going to check on that real quick and see. Okay, so I did make a mistake when sending her the text message. One of my questions did not copy. And so when I was sending her the message, I did send her the same question twice. So those are all the questions. There should be 11 questions of would you rather. And I'm excited to hear what Mindy thinks I'm going to say. This is something totally different. I've never seen anybody do this before. And when Mindy approached me with the idea, I was a little confused at first because I couldn't understand the concept of it. But after her explaining it, I was like, this is freaking brilliant. I think this is going to be great. And then also, it gives us more content for you guys because you get to see not only the painting, and like I was talking to you guys before in another video, I felt like I should be showcasing mystical diamond art more here on the channel, specifically when it comes to diamond paintings, because I do have a diamond painting. Well, because I own mystical diamond art. And so I just felt like it was the right thing to do. And I don't mean that I'm never going to do other diamond paintings, but I just feel like I should be working on mystical diamond art paintings more on the channel, even though I do, I do still diamond paint other diamond paintings. I have a diamond art club on the go right now, the Jessica Rabbit one. I still haven't finished it. I haven't really been working on it. I've taken it out a little bit here and there and done a couple of things, a couple of rows or whatever, but it is nowhere near completion. And I honestly don't have any goals thus far to complete any of my diamond paintings before the new year, except for maybe this one in Paradise Cove. I'd really like to finish Paradise Cove just because I've had it open for so long, and that is the longest that I've ever had a diamond painting sitting without completing it, because, well, normally I only do one diamond painting at a time. And before I was making all of these videos, I had a little bit more free time on my hands. So the free time that I'm actually spending talking to you guys is the free time that I would actually be diamond painting before. So had to take a drink. And then now that I have gotten heavily into stitching, now I spend, that extra time also stitching. So this semester has also been a huge doozy for me. I was totally not prepared for the structure of this semester and the way that my classes were arranged. I've talked about this before, but I think I'm going to save that information for another video, and just keep it to the topic on this one, because I do plan on recording a WIP and chat probably tonight, maybe tomorrow, because I will have a little bit of time tomorrow as well. Also, I'm wasting a lot of time right now taking my cat to the vet that I would otherwise have spent diamond painting, because you guys all know she's having some issues with her tail, and because I'm home alone a lot, I haven't been able to get her clean, and I've had to take her to the vet it's really weird because I can't hold her down to clean her, but I can scoop her up and put her in her kennel, and I don't know, it's just so strange. So there's that. I've had to take her there, so I'm wasting a lot of time doing that during the day. But anyway, all right, you guys, so that is it. This video probably going to be a little shorter than some of the other videos, but that's okay. Don't forget, there's going to be a part 2 to this video, so I am going to label it part 1, and they're going to have the same title. And I think I'm going to create a playlist of videos on here that are the videos of me and Mindy, so that they're easy to find. That way, you know, if somebody is watching this in the future and they see like, oh, part 1, and then you're trying to go back, because there is going to be videos in between the part 1 and part 2. There's going to be videos in between those, because I have other content to upload, and I try to upload as often as I can. I don't have a set schedule right now. There's times where I upload every day, and there's times where I upload every other day, but you're getting at minimum, I'd say 3 videos a week from me at minimum. And so I want to make it to where the content is relatively easy to find for others, if that makes sense. So yeah. All right, you guys, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of WIP chat, even though I didn't get much progress on the canvas. This part's going to be a little hellacious because of the confetti. I thought the blue was bad, but there's more color blocking with the confetti down here because I can do a lot of one color at a time. The green, not so much. So, all right, you guys. That being said, I will put Mindy's video in the description box below. So make sure you check that out to go watch it. And stay tuned for our answers. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.